In the next 30 days, I'm going to dream up, write, and send a pitch for a new Star Trek TV show to Paramount. Nope, I've never written a TV show pitch before, and nope, I don't know anybody at Paramount, but we are going to find out the answers to both of those questions through the miracle of learning. Right, let's back up. My mission this month is to get out of my comfort zone. Professionally, I'm trying a new way of working, and creatively, I really want to push through some of this resistance that I've been feeling. Merging from a little bit of burnout, and I've always been a writer in my spare time, but I've never pushed myself to share it with anybody else. So I thought it would be fun to come up with an idea. So as the title suggests, I am going to take the next 30 days and come up with an idea for a show, figure out how to write a treatment or a TV show pitch, find someone at CBS Paramount, find the right kind of person to send it to, and figure out how to send it to them. No, I've never done this before. No, I don't know anybody at Paramount, but I want to have some fun in figuring it out, and I'd like you to come along with me on the journey. Maybe we'll find out something together. So I Trek. I've been a Trekkie since about 2006, during my first year at college, when I discovered TNG and started building up my collection. That TNG got me through my first year at university, and DS9 got me through a really bad health scare that took me out of action for a long time. So Star Trek has meant a lot to me at different stages of my life. I was a proper Berman, Piller, Taylor, Bear, Ronald D. Moore type of Trekkie. The original series was okay, but it's a little bit dated, no offense. But I think that, Enterprise, Voyager, TNG, and especially DS9 were extraordinary. The feeling that my friends have when thinking about, getting inspiration from Shakespeare or Jane Austen, that's the kind of feeling that I had with Star Trek. Morality plays in space. Yes, sometimes the writing was a little bit corny, the baddies were a little bit one-dimensional, the plots, some of them were problematic, but all in all, Star Trek's a really special show, and it brings together a lot of these elements that you don't find anywhere else. It really makes you think. And while you're exercising this part of your brain, you're also getting to know and spend time with these rich characters. You're celebrating their wins, and you're commiserating on their losses. Suffice it to say, I love Trek. In 2008, I actually outlined my own vision for what the future held. This was in between the end of Enterprise and the announcement of the new J.J. Abrams film in 2009. So it was the kind of second dark age of Trek. And I had a great time. It was it would have been a 30 episode, 3-season arc with 6 films interspersed there, if you have to know. The lead would have been played by James McAvoy or Ewan McGregor, whoever would have been available. The baddie was going to be played by Rowan Atkinson, being a really deliciously evil Tal Shiar head who was manipulating a mirror universe Starfleet general called Balthazar to destroy the Federation from within. So pretty solid stuff, I think you'll agree. And I had a great time, but I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything with it. Fast forward 14 years, and it's 2022, and I've been working on my creative writing, but I've never properly looked into publishing anything. I love world building, I love character development and plot, but I've never really gotten out of my comfort zone and shared it with anyone. Aside from my 2008 Flight of Fancy, I've also never really done any fan fiction. My stories are always set in worlds that I create. Maybe I'll do a video at one point about the trading card game that I'm currently in the process of making, which is pretty fun. I don't know, in case anyone's interested. So what about modern Trek? In 2017, after three successful films, 2 of which I really liked, Benedict Cumberbatch, they clipped your wings on that one, I'm sorry to say. Into Darkness was not my favorite. we got news that most Star Trek fans squealed at. Star Trek Discovery. Boom. Trek on TV was back. Well, not TV streaming, but you know what I mean. Episodic Trek was back. So there was Discovery, and then there was Picard, and then there was Lower Decks, and then there was Prodigy, and then now there's Strange New Worlds, and there is announcement for Section 31, and there's possibly more. This is awesome. Our cup hath be overflowing with Trek, as Paramount has said themselves that they want a new Star Trek episode released every week as the tentpole for Paramount Plus. Personally, I love it. I love it all, right? Now, I do have my preferences when it comes to how some of the new shows are produced and maybe how some of them are written. I can critique them just like everyone can critique anything. Maybe that would be another video if anyone's interested. But to be honest, the cool thing about Trek is that as long as you're reasonably consistent with the rules of canon, you can create lots of different storylines. You can create lots of different beautiful characters, and you can design things in different ways. That's really, really cool. Anyone who says that's not real Trek, that's silly. Look, every iteration of Trek has the right to be as different as it wants to be. Infinite diversity in infinite combinations. Will I like all of them? No, probably not. Are they all made for me? I certainly hope not. So why do I want yet another show? I'll go into more detail in another video, but in general, the trend for a lot of the new streaming services is to take a franchise and create multiple different types of shows with shorter seasons. So you do get a decent amount of content, but they don't put all their eggs in one basket to create like 26 episode single shows going at one time. You can see what Disney's done with The Mandalorian and Boba Fett and Obi-Wan over at Disney Plus as really good examples of that as well. I personally love this because I think it gives you the option of taking franchises in a lot of different directions and playing around with formats. That could be pretty cool. It would be amazing to introduce a different format in an existing cinematic universe. That'd be awesome and great fun. So then you might ask yourself, do I not want space battles? Is that what we're talking about with the format? Short answer is no. However, I'm going to go into that in a future video. But to give you a hint in terms of formats, I've been reading a lot of hard-boiled detective fiction recently. So I think that's going to play a part in it. So why am I doing this? What is the point? Honestly, it's just for fun. I have absolutely no expectation that this show is going to be made. And I have absolutely no expectation that anyone at CBS Paramount is going to even read this. But I don't know. I want to ship something. I want to push something out there. I want to test myself. I want to figure it out. And if I have fun writing it, who cares if nobody reads it? If you'd like to follow along with my progress, please hit subscribe. Next week, I'll be sharing a Notion in case you want to follow along with my progress between videos. And until then, be safe, be well, and have some fun.